Clubhouse. I decided to wear my hat, my sombrero, because Clubhouse is a huge fiesta of awesomeness. And I guess there's ups and downs, right? So we've been on Clubhouse. Well, I've been on Clubhouse for like a week or two now. And Jesus. Sorry, we're just not even going to edit that out. Just going to keep going with it. So it's an amazing platform. I think I already made a video on it, and I would suggest anyone that's not on it, they should definitely be on it, because you can be a fly on the wall in some really, really amazing rooms. And you can meet and interact with literally people from all over the world, right? So in our past room, we were talking about, it was just a real estate room. We were talking about real estate all over the U.S. Some guys jumped in from Britain. Some guys jumped in from Australia, right? So like all over the world. So it's just kind of cool to see that, hey, it's not just like our market here in Michigan or our market here in like whatever state you're in that's like crazy hot. Everyone's kind of seeing the same sort of thing, mostly for like the first time home buyer. So it's kind of cool to see, talk to people from like all over the world on your phone. So that's like the super, super cool part, right? The other cool thing about Clubhouse, you can literally tell right away who's like a genuine and like good person compared to someone that's trying to sell you some bullshit, right? So that's also really cool, right? You can tell that the people that are there, that are just there to maybe grow their network, have good conversations with people, and just like I said, grow their network, meet new people, make new friends, right? Maybe make a business partnership somehow, right? Maybe do a deal together, right? And you can tell the guys that are just there to like sell their programs, which again, it's sweet because you can tell that right away just by the way people talk, right? And it's amazing because I've been in rooms, honestly, I don't even know the amount of people that I've like become like quote unquote friends with on there, but like the amount of people that I've met that I've actually like talked to on the phone, and we've had like legit conversations. I've met a bunch of people that are from Michigan that are kind of like in the same market that I'm in, that I never seen them in any of the other Facebook groups. I never seen them at any other like investor meetups, but I met them on this freaking app, right? Which is crazy. And it's like super cool to meet all these new people. So some of the really cool benefits of it is, right, it's no video, it's just audio. It's like if you don't know what it is, it's like being in a Zoom room with no video, just audio. And you can click on people's faces. There's no chat, there's no anything. And you can go to their Twitter or their Instagram from there. And that's kind of how you connect, right? So everyone has a little bio that kind of says a little bit about themselves. If you've been on Clubhouse for a minute, everyone and their mother is a serial entrepreneur, which is pretty hilarious. And we can kind of talk about that too. But to me, it's like super important to be able to speak and be able to get your ideas out there. And you can tell the people that are able to do that and the people that aren't. So I'm really glad that I've been making my awesome videos for the past almost full year now, that I am able to speak much better than I could at the beginning, right? If this came out before I had all my practice, right, I would have been like stumbling and mumbling and bumbling and all this other stuff, and no one would join our rooms because, again, I'd be stumbling and mumbling and whatever else, right? But so that's the one cool. That's, I guess, another cool thing is it helps you get over your fear of speaking, maybe, if you're into that. And another cool thing is one of the last rooms we had guys that were huge syndicators on commercial sites for just commercial like offices and stuff like that. We had a guy that did like an insane amount, I forget how many units of self-storage. We had guys that flipped houses from all over the place. We had guys that were brokers. We had realtors. We had guys that had a few apartments. We had guys that were just getting started. We had wholesalers. We had just all sorts of different people. And one of the rooms I was in, we're literally talking about how you got started, right? And like how it began. So there's just so much good conversation. It's not just real estate, right? It can be whatever you're into. If you're into knitting, or if you're into whatever that thing that you're into is, you can be part of it, right? I think the self-development and like the social media and like all that stuff, those rooms are huge, because a lot of the influencers in those spaces have been jumping on Clubhouse. But right now it's cool because even if you don't have a huge following, you can go up there and start a room and build it consistently. And we've seen just our room, our personal room. So like me and Nate do a room almost every day, and just doing a room every day, it's been growing 10 to 20% every day. And we've been meeting more and more people. We've been having more and more great conversations. It's just been a great experience. So I would say if you're not on Clubhouse, you should totally join. You should either join or try to get an invite from someone. There's even people literally selling invites on eBay for Clubhouse. It's like that out of control. But I think it's still a good time to get in now. And if you want to be, maybe you are an expert in whatever field you're in, you know, right now is like your time to get in there and do kind of like a land grab, right? Maybe if you're in your mortgages or whatever you're an expert in, right? Interior design, whatever it is, right? There's rooms, I've seen rooms from all sorts of different stuff. I've even sat in rooms that were interesting to me, right? So I like the cryptocurrency, right? So I've sat in all these rooms with all these guys that are literally that's all they do. So it was cool to hear like their perspective, and it's cool to hear, you know, people come in that aren't into crypto and they don't believe it, and they kind of have that's the other cool thing. Like pretty much all the rooms that I've been in, everyone's been having like a nice respectful conversation about how they believe one thing or another, right? So I think that is the coolest thing, right? Because you got these rooms with maybe hundreds of strangers that don't know each other, and they can have a conversation which they might disagree on. You know, maybe one guy's I don't know, what am I trying to compare it to? One guy's against apples and one guy's for apples, right? And they can have a constructive conversation going back and forth, and everyone else in the room can chime in and like share their thoughts and have like an educated conversation about stuff, which obviously you can't, I don't think you can really have an educated conversation anywhere on the internet. So it's cool to see that you can literally have these conversations on Clubhouse. And I'm sure there's a lot of stupid conversations too, but you can have these conversations and, you know, chat with people and meet new friends and, you know, share your thoughts and, you know, make connections with people. So I think if you're not on there, I think I still have like a few invites. So let me know if you'd like an invite. I'd be glad to send one your way. And, yeah, I would say jump on there, get an invite, hop in some rooms, make your own room, and just have fun with it. And it is addicting, so try not to go too hard on it, because once you get a few of your friends in there, they'll start pinging you to all these rooms. So like right now, like in the time I made this video, in 8 minutes, I probably got like 10 notifications of being like pinged in rooms. And that's just from like different people, and they're not all real estate ones. You know, some are entrepreneurs, all sorts of different rooms that are just super interesting to be part of and listen to. So I found myself that when I'm driving in the car, before I start driving, I look through and I find a cool room that I'm kind of interested in, and I join it. And I raise my hand, I get on stage, and I use it as an interactive podcast essentially, right? So two people are talking, or the room's talking about a certain subject, and you know, something pops in my head, I ask my question, and then we kind of talk about that. It's just super cool to be part of these, and they're not recorded, they're not like any of that stuff. It's just live, and it stays, it like you record it, it's not recorded, you have the conversation, it's like gone forever, right? So it's also kind of cool because you like got to be there, right? So anyway, if you're not on Clubhouse, I would highly suggest you jump on it and check it out. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm gonna still keep doing this every single day, doing these rooms, just because I've met so many cool people, and I think I've gotten a lot out of it. And just having constructive educated conversations about like the market and real estate and what these people are doing, what those guys are doing. And it's just been super, super awesome. This video is getting way too long. But anyway, if you haven't been on it, you should definitely jump on it. And if you need an invite, if you have an Apple product, let me know. I think I still have a few invites left, and I'd be glad to get you on there. So hope you have a great night. And if you have any questions or you want to join our cool, awesome Clubhouse rooms, let me know. Hopefully we'll have our own club in there soon, and it'll be great. So anyway, have a great night, and see you on the next one.